Okay, folks, here we go again. This is another solo trip. Again, I'm just gonna record what I can. This time I'm gonna try and do it on my phone in the position that it's in. We'll see. I just got done doing the pre-flight. I also just got done fueling it up. So I got a full tank, full tanks. But then we're gonna start off on right tank. Sounds good to me. Gonna run through the checklist, and it's a little round trip over to Aberdeen, South Dakota, just because, well, why not? No, actually, it's probably where I'm going to take my written test, and I should get pretty practiced into flying into a somewhat busy enough airport that I can do this. So what I need is, all right, so got it. All right, let's just run through the checklist. All right. We're going to do our run-up right here, too. All right. Sternal's already been done. Engine tacks. Seat belts are on. Brakes are set. Fuel selector is where I need it to be. Beacon lights are on. Check circuit breakers. Circuit breakers are still being checked. Yep, still in. Let's see. Mixture is rich. No, it's not, but it's close to being rich, because that's where it likes to be. Let's see. Carb heat is definitely off. Master is on. Throttle is 1/4% in. Primus is needed. I just started it. I rolled it over here. So we're going to go and look around, go and clear a prop. Yeah, sorry about that. Alright, this is where I turned on the plane, and obviously now you can't hear me because my phone doesn't have a microphone put onto it. So what I'm doing right now is, you can't tell, but I'm going to go across country and stuff. I'm setting up the GPS, trying to tell it where I want to go and stuff. As I sit there and mouth breathe through the whole thing, mouth partially open. Trying to figure out how to use the damn thing, because I got a quick crash course in it just a couple days ago, and it doesn't look that hard, but obviously I'm struggle busing with it. If I eventually do get it, so it's not like completely useless in this situation, but it took me a minute to figure it out. So there we go again. I think I got it. I'm pretty sure I got it. Yeah. There we go. So now I'm checking, make sure my ailerons and stuff, everything goes up when I turn the yoke. Everything goes up, everything goes down. Checking the gauges, I'm supposed to, making sure everything's still green. I lean over because the gauges are kind of like on the other side of the cockpit, which I guess is fine. Not really the cockpit, but it would be nice if they were in front of me. I don't have a glass cockpit, as they said. I don't have it's all analog, so whenever you see me looking for stuff, like right now I think I'm pulling my iPad out of my thing. I'm going to pull up ForeFlight, even though nope, cannot hear you. So I pull out my iPad just to pull up ForeFlight. Oh wait, no I didn't. That was notes I wrote down for myself the night prior, because I already knew I was doing this. And it's like, I literally wrote myself a cheat sheet how to talk to Aberdeen traffic as I got close to them, like when I should be announcing my arrival, my approach, where I'm coming from, which runway I want, all that kind of stuff. I basically wrote myself a cheat sheet. More than likely right now I'm also trying to get weather report, the ATIS, if you will, which again, you can't hear it because, well, engine noise. So I think I saw something where people they'll in my situation, if I just record on my phone, take the microphone. I got some internal microphones, and just stick it inside my headset. That way, you can hear me talk through the headset. Other than having a little microphone rattle around inside my headset, it should be fairly okay. Maybe next time I'll try that. Yeah, I'm going to set my altimeter switch over again and watch the right one drop, and then I'm going to that up, back to both, and then I'm going to reach over and put my car keys, see that drop. And let's see here what happens after I I'm pulling it back down to idle, idles. This stuff seems to be liking it. Alright, that works. Check my suction, blah blah blah. And hopefully right here is where we start going. And if I remember correctly, about where let's pull away. But I don't remember. Have I mentioned too, I'm only a student pilot. A little over, I think I just barely got over 40 hours. And this is one of my, I think, not my first one, but my second solo cross country. If you want to count, well, I guess it would be technically my first solo, where I went somewhere and land and all that kind of stuff. I've done cross country before on my own, but that's different. I stayed within the area. I didn't land anywhere other than my home airport, so I guess it doesn't count much land somewhere else. This is about the part here where I try to pull off, and this is where the camera, well, my phone fell over, and it's going to do this in a couple more times. I'll fumble with it for a minute here or two, and try to get it up there. Obviously, I somehow accidentally switched it to the forward view, so you can watch that in a minute. That's just me lining up for 1.6 there. And wow, you might say, oh look, he's not centered. Trust me, I'm centered. It's just the way the phone's sitting, and yeah, that's not stable at all. Woo! Jiggle, 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 jiggle. Let's get off the ground here. And pull back. Space line. If I can tell because I can't. Yeah, I'm off. I'm in the air. But talk about rough and tumble. Huge. Now, I don't know how long it took me to get off the ground. And that's me fumbling the camera again. Because, well, I'm an idiot. I think what I'm going to do is throw the phone right there, and then I'll just stop playing with this thing and come back to the so here I'm an idiot and stuff because I don't have any way to hold my phone to the dash, and I'm just flying around here one-handed, trying to hold the damn the phone to the dashboard, like, so trying to say that I'm trying to climb to 4,500, and obviously you can see here that I've only gotten to like 2,500 feet because I'm too busy playing with a stupid phone. So I think I made the decision right about here is like, this isn't worth the effort of a video, because again, I'm really just trying to get myself 50 something miles south, and I don't need to be playing around with the phone. So cut right from here, and then I will see you when I get back. This part of the trip right here is where I started heading back from Aberdeen. Unfortunately, because of the weather and how bouncy and stuff it was once I started descending from 4,500 down and stuff like that, I didn't even look at my phone, to be honest with you. And I figured it would just safer for me to just fly and do the landing and stuff like that. So I stuck the landing, which was actually a pretty nice one, and I wish somebody was there to see it because that was one of my better ones. But of course, there's nobody around when you hit a hole in one, so when you grease a nice landing and stuff like that, it's kind of nice. Here I'm looking at the altitude because I'm flying back and I'm getting towards Gwinner, and the clouds are a little questionable. I can't fly through clouds, but I was going to go under them, over them. I was fine. I was good. All right, that was it. I flew to Aberdeen and back solo. Oh my goodness, now I got to get out of here. Oh, the one bad thing about the Cherokee, and I think it's the only bad thing about the Cherokee, is there's one door, and it's on the opposite side, and I gotta like really crawl out of here. So let me get my stuff out of here. You guys can come along with me and help me push back this airplane, because now we got to push it back, do all the paperwork, move my logbook. So anyway, whew, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. It was a pretty decent day. I mean, it rained a little bit. What are you gonna do? Rain's rain. Well, it didn't rain on me. I flew around all that stuff. I shouldn't say it rained, because it didn't on me. What did I say? It was a little bit of clouds. I mean, over where I'm standing right now, it's freaking nice. I mean, there's barely a cloud in the sky. Well, it's really high clouds and thin ones. No big deal. Sun's out. The wind's barely at 6 knots, 7 knots, I think it was. So, yeah. So, here's the deal. I'm going to go set this up over here. Let me see here. How does this thing work? Guess I never really messed with it, have I? All right, we're gonna set this up like right over here. Oh. Yeah. How about this? I'll just do this, and you'll see me push it over here. All right, that's it. Let me grab you here. Okay, folks. Rest of it was pretty boring. I will try to make this so you guys can see it. But yeah, me and old Juliet here, Nancy 4473 Juliet. This is the plane I've been doing all my training in. And so I just did another cross-country solo flight. Again, I'd like to be able to do more than just, little clips and stuff like that. It ain't my plane. I don't think they want me putting all kinds of cameras and stuff in there. So you're just going to have to get what you get until I can figure something else out. But thanks. Bye.